Hello, everybody. I'm live. Who's a warrior? Tell me if you're a warrior or if you're not a warrior. I love to hear from both because it's that funny thing. I always say a problem shared is a problem halved. And when I feel like I'm going mad with overthinking and over worrying, it's so brilliant when somebody else says they're the same. But then it's also wonderful when the people that don't get it go, like people that don't over worry, and they go, well, why are you worrying about that? Jane Moore's like that. She's great. Like when you're worrying about something, she just puts it really frankly and says, well, just don't because blah, 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 blah. And I'd love to be more like that. And I definitely got worse. Definitely got worse over the years. Before I had kids, I don't think I worried at all. I had kids and I got really worried. But the thing is about me is this isn't like medical anxiety. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that just general, like day in, day out, worrying about everything. You know, my parents are getting older. I worry about that. I worry about, like, I'm going on this trek. If any of my lot from the Himalaya trek are watching, we've got this WhatsApp group. And it's getting closer and closer, isn't it? And it's just a few weeks now until we go. And no, I haven't sorted out my washing, Claire. I've just got anxious about my washing instead. Claire's talking about my photo on the feed. Oh my God, the amount of washing. Well, that's a classic example. So I went to do the washing, had a really busy day today, came back, had all these plans. I'm going to get everything sorted out because then if I get everything sorted out, my brain's going to be sorted out. And then when my brain's all sorted out, I'm not going to be so anxious and I'm not going to be so worried and I'm going to be more organised. I'm going to be this and I'm going to be that. Got the washing out, put it all out. It's just like, oh my God, it's endless. When I wash the bloody stuff and I've bloody dried it, where am I going to put it? I haven't even got a cupboard. But anyway, as I was saying, you can tell the kind of evening I'm having. Hi, Tamra. Hi, UK Terry. We're just talking about worrying. Not like clinical anxiety when people, you know, that's a different thing where people really do suffer terribly. This is the kind of anxiety that you almost feel like you can't say anything about because so many people really do suffer with, well, Mark does. I mean, Mark does. Mark has to take antidepressants and anti-anxiety tablets. But mine is just, it's just kind of, like now, it's not there because I'm chatting and I'm laughing. So I think that's why I talk so much, because if I'm talking, I feel less anxious. If I'm not talking, oh my God, it builds up like a crazy person. And you know, it's all those things that we know that help that I've kind of let go, like meditating and all that stuff that really does help, yoga. But it takes such a commitment, doesn't it? And I don't know whether you're the same, but I find sometimes when I get myself into a pickle and an over worry, the last thing I can do is settle on the things that I need to do to bring down my worry. So it just exacerbates, just a vicious bloody circle. I go to bed worried, I wake up, the alarm goes off and I go, straight away I've got all the things I'm dreading. So Jackie worries about not doing exercise. Okay, so we worry about not doing exercise. We, like my group, my team that are going to the Himalayas, we're all worrying about not exercising or over-exercising. Are we fit enough? Are we not fit enough? Have we got the right sleeping bag? Have we not got the right sleeping bag? What about the flight? You know, getting to time. I mean, lots of people are coming from other parts of the country. Now, am I going to get there in time for the 3-hour check-in before we get on the plane? 8 hours to Delhi, get off the plane, an hour to get to another plane, to Dubai, then 4 hours to Delhi. And I'm just like, oh my God, flying. It just seems like such a long time to be in the air. 14 hours. It just seems like too long to hold everyone up in the air with all the luggage. You're seeing where my brain is at the moment, right? Does anyone sympathise with this? Does anyone? Health anxiety. I mean, you cannot open a bloody magazine or paper or anything without there being some new big worry about, good one, Susie, put on music and dance, that's a good one. Without there being some new big worry about some new illness we could have. You know, I mean, every week it changes what we can eat, what we can't eat, what make it work. it's horrendous. Now I've got the whole thing about living on the bloody, oh my God, on a main road. I accidentally read an article about living on a main road. Don't read that. If you live on a main road, don't read the article about living on a main road. Hi, NADIA, I downloaded Maddie's song today. It's fabulous. Oh, we are super proud. Thank you. The human mind, says Gabrielle, is a powerful thing. It's hard to control your thoughts. I think that's where we go wrong, isn't it? It's when we try and control them. What we've got to do, and what meditation teaches us, is that we have to allow them. So the whole thing with meditation, you sit and the thoughts come up and you either put them on a cloud and they puff off, or you put them on a train and you let the train go by. And sometimes that really works, but other times it doesn't at all. Alex Newell, I have terrible health anxiety and Google every illness and diagnose myself with the worst case scenario. Don't do it. Don't Google illness. Oh my God, because it depends how you ask the question as well, you know. Because you can ask the same question with a different vibe and you'll get a completely different answer. So if you say, I don't know, you say, how likely is it that I will be very well at the end of this flu? Lots of stuff will come up positively about how well you're going to feel after your flu. If you say, am I likely to die if I have this flu? Likely die. They'll bring up just what's in the likely and die category. Hi, Tamara Day. Dr. Google is bad. Amanda Hawkins, Dr. Google is bad. But then you hear about people that go to doctors and get misdiagnosed and they only get diagnosed because they Google it. So there's not even any solace in that. Has anyone else got that thing where it's just come to them later about flying worry? I mean, I was looking up the top 10 air disasters last night. That's not going to help me, is it? As I'm getting anxious about my trip to Delhi. Charity, man. Charity can get you in a right old mess. Oh, did any of you see the film that Mark edited of the 4 of the women that are coming with us on the trek? Has anyone seen it? It's on here. Please click it and watch it and share it. Oh, is there? Emily Dane Mag said there's some good YouTube videos on overcoming fear of flying, but I'm worried it will trigger me and make me more scared. Anne-Marie Greco, Nads, when it is your time, it matters, not what you are doing. Bloody hell, that hasn't helped me. I think that's made me worse. Oh, Luby T, you're going to New Zealand. That's 24 hours. I'm quite glad that when we go to Delhi, actually I am quite glad. I was talking to this with my trekking about this with my trekking team the other day. And actually, first of all, I thought it was a bit of a pain that we were getting off at Dubai for an hour. But then I thought, no, actually, because then it breaks it up. Because, you know, when you're on a flight for a certain amount of time, you start going, this is too long to be in here. Surely we're going to run out of petrol. How does it stay up with all these people for this long? It's madness, isn't it? And if they put me near a wing, oh my God, when that wing goes off, I'm going to be staycationing for the rest of my life, I think. Oh my God, I shouldn't say this. But anyway, this is where I'm at. You can see. And I thought, why not do a YouTube live and share it out with other people? Because I know there's just as many nuts out there with me. But it's not just flying, it's everything. I sleep on planes. I look out a window at the clouds. Who was that? Jen McEwen. I want to be Jen McEwen. Lara Joanna Jarvis. That's the strongest place to sit. Oh, is it? On the wing? Oh, that's good. Have a big glass of wine. That will sort it out. Vicky, I think that's encouraging dangerous drinking. Jordan Sings hates packed tubes. So come on. Louise Johnson, that's what Nanny Di keeps saying to me. Do you want some Valium, love? Do you want some Valium? But you have to be very careful. You can't take somebody else's drugs. It's very dangerous. So come on, what makes you nervous? What do you over worry about that you didn't used to worry about? Don't get lost in Dubai airport in the duty free. I think we better just bypass the duty free girls, if any of my trekkers are watching. Lara, hello Lara. Lara's one of my trekkers. We'll definitely have a glass of wine, definitely, on the trip. But you see, the thing is, of course, we're going to be on the flight, and then when we get there, we've got to get a bloody overnight, all-night train in India. And I was reading about that, and it says, try and sleep on the top bunk because there's 3 bunks. And if you sleep on the middle bunk and the bottom bunk, you can get knocked, you can get brushed the whole time as people go past. We're definitely all saying on our WhatsApp group now, we're probably overthinking it. We're probably seriously overthinking it. I'm going to get to a point. Maybe I'm having a frantic weekend, and I think from next week, it will feel like I'm jumping out of a plane. Wrong analogy. I'm not going to feel it's jumping out of a plane. I'm just going to feel like I'm committed and I'm going to do it and everything is going to be fine. It's that whole thing of when they tell you to get a rabies injection and then you think, I'm going to get bitten by a rabid dog. Just because you're getting a rabies injection doesn't mean you're going to get bitten by a rabid dog. So, Sarah, worry about missing out on life whilst caring for dad. Oh, that's a hard thing. That is a hard thing. Claire Bridges, I love being on my own, so my worry is something happening and nobody finding me. Oh, I live by my own. What would I do if I choke on food while on my own? First aid always seems to be what to do if you find someone else. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That is... I mean, what can I say? Yeah. I mean, these things are worrying. Nadia, get some sturgeon travel pills. They make you drowsy, do they? Sturgeon? Never heard of them. So what makes you anxious? Vanessa, you survived Big Brother. The trek will be a breeze. The other thing that I'm worrying about with the trek is I'm definitely one of the oldest people there. What if I just can't do it? What if I just can't do it? I mean, really? Oh, my God. And when I was looking up worst plane crashes the other day, last night, this is what I did just before I went to bed. Don't do that, folks, if you're anxious about flying. And they were talking about one of the worst air disasters, absolutely horrific. Everyone was killed. But the guy, the pilot, was fast asleep. And do you know how they know that? They could hear him snoring in the black box, on the black box. Hello, Alex Newell. I can do it. Thank you, Jimmy Q. And public speaking used to make me nervous. Well, thank God public speaking doesn't. That's hard. Talking to you guys is actually calming my nerves. Kenzie, I love that name. Used to have so many nightmares about being trapped at the airport and everyone getting on the plane without me. So I always think I'm going to be left behind. The way I'm feeling at the moment is like, I might end up sitting on the toilet long enough to be left behind. No. I am excited about it. Shout out to Amy and Dean. We adore you and Mark. Please give us a shout out. We suffer from anxiety in our 30s. Every day is a struggle, but you're our counsellor. Oh, Amy, I'm so sorry. I'm so, and this is what's so good, isn't it? Is, you know, I often say this, that social media gets so much bad press, but I really do think as well, there is an amazing community. And Mark and I always say this, we really do think we have got a proper community. And that's because actually we feel like we know a lot of you. And there's a lot of kindness on here. And you know, what are the solutions? Honestly, sometimes, unless you've got clinical anxiety, in which case you need a doctor and you need, you know, medication and all of that, whereas this, the anxiety that I've got, I think is the anxiety that so many of us have living in the modern world. You know, I get anxious about the planet. I've got eco-anxiety. I get anxious about health, food. It's almost because we have too much. It's almost that, because we have so much and we have so much choice, but we also have so much fear because, of course, all of this, you know, hangs on a thread, doesn't it? I hope I'm not making anyone feel worse. Jen McEwen, it'd be a great adventure for you. It will be a great adventure. And that's how I do calm myself down as well, by saying it'll be a great adventure. It will be a great adventure. But then I keep thinking about when I did my Kenya trek for Comic Relief. And on the first night, I had the worst diarrhea of my entire life. And I was up all night. But thinking positively, I had 4 Imodium and a load of painkillers. And I did the whole day's walk. And actually, I loved that whole experience. It was really, really hard doing Kenya. But I wouldn't have missed it for the world. And I know we're all going to feel the same about this. The other thing, I think, having kids, it's just, there's so much to worry about, isn't there? You know, before I had kids, I would just like, I did whatever I want, whenever I wanted. You know, I didn't really think about the consequences or anybody else. If I wanted to go out all night drinking and wake up with a hangover and, you know, not get up all day, that's what I'd do. But like, I feel, and I don't know if anyone else agrees with this, when you've got other dependents, it can be, and I love it, but it can be really wearing, just the anxiety that you carry for the people that you love and your family. But I suppose that's part of being a family. What's that, Nessie? Nadia, it helps me to think that when I experience anxiety, I'm being transported to a greater self-awareness and a healing of the old stuff that threatens to hold me back. Oh, you're awesome, Nessie. Wow. Yes. It's about pushing through. Everything in life is about, it's what I say to kids. It's like, push through. I say to my kids, push through. Just push through. Not ignore your feelings, because I don't agree with that at all. And I'm not one for suppressing feelings. I really am one for recognizing your feelings, recognizing what you want, being able to ask for what you want, and making changes. But at the end of the day, we do have to keep pushing through, don't we? We do. Like, you know, I'll finish this live and I'll wander around a bit and I'll feel a little bit lost. And then the thing that I know will help is me doing something. So I might go and put a wash on. I can't be asked to put a wash on. I can't be asked. The thing is, I really hate housework. This is a proper moan session. Come on, I'm going to let somebody else have a moan. Ali Prentice, I had a baby late in life when I was 43. Same as me with Kiki, and I worry that she will need me when I'm no longer here. I get it. I'm exactly the same. Kiki's always doing this thing where she's adding up how old I'll be when she's a certain age. Claire, I did your perfect state this evening. I was anxious about that. I was very good though, and once in the pan, I did not prod, pick or touch. It was delicious. Good girls, never prod or prick your steak. Hi Nadia, I'm 20s and completely shut myself away from friends and family. I remember you said you also struggled with this and isolating yourself when you were younger. How did you get past it? Okay, I used to do a lot of this. You wouldn't believe it, would you? So I used to sometimes feel this enormous pressure because I'm the happy one, because I was always the loud one, because I was like, you know, it's like, oh, Nadia's here, the party started. I was really messed up when I was younger, and I thought that that's what I had to deliver for people all the time. And within that, there was a certain amount of ego. It's like, oh my God, people aren't going to have a good time unless Nadia's there going, I'm having a great time and I'm going to take you all with me. That's actually a mixture of insecurity and ego. And I did hide myself away, and I wouldn't pick up phone calls, and I ghosted people. We didn't have that word then. I ghosted people, and I did so much of that sort of stuff because I was so, because I didn't feel I could deliver classic TV presenter. You know, I didn't have to be like, you know, and so I would hide away. The only bit of advice that I can give on that, no, advice isn't the right thing. This is what I wish I'd done earlier. For instance, I had a long period where I didn't speak to Kay. We never had a falling out. It was just, you know, we'd spoken about this before on Loose Women. It was just that I had a crisis of confidence with a lot of my friends that I couldn't be the person that they thought I would be. I was. Do you know what I mean when I say that? Does anyone know what I mean? Where you've got, because we're all made up of so many different parts, aren't we? And sometimes we feel like we can't give that part, so we're like, hide away. Has anyone ever done that? Anyway, a hermit. I go into hermit mode, exactly. But that is okay. What I wish I'd done, and what I would say to my younger self, and what I say to my girls now is, reach out and say to people, have you, Leo? You've done that too. And say, do you know what? I'm struggling a bit at the minute. I'm a bit overwhelmed. I'm feeling a bit insecure. And the very worst thing for me at the minute is to come out and be with people because I feel too much pressure. But please keep getting in contact with me. don't take it personally if I don't answer you, because it's got nothing to do with who you are and everything to do with who I am. And then I wouldn't have hurt so many people in my life. And I think I would have come out of that sooner. And that is absolutely, I can't advise you, but that's what I would have done differently. And if I was hit by that sort of thing again, I would do that. Like, say if I was really, like now, if I can't meet up with somebody because I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed or I'm feeling I can't be, I'll say to people, do you know what? Do you mind if I don't come? I was really looking forward to seeing you, but I just feel a bit down. I feel a bit overwhelmed. Can we make it next Thursday? Whereas before, I would like panic. I wouldn't like cancel it properly. Then I wouldn't want to pick up the phone. Then I would get myself in such a pickle. And then I would exacerbate it by going to myself, oh my God, you're such a dreadful person. You're such a dreadful person. You're such a dreadful person. And then I wouldn't be able to pick up the phone. So it's that overthinking, that over-worry, overthinking. And most people, you know when you go, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to say? What shall I say to people? I can't do this or I can't do that. You know what mostly works? It's so odd for us to do it. You go, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? It's actually just go, I know, I'll tell you the truth. Because sometimes we don't think enough of ourselves to tell the truth. We don't think people will want to hear the truth. But actually, it's kinder to yourself because you feel better about yourself. You don't feel like a cheat. And the people feel better because they go, oh God, you know, Nadia thinks enough of me as a person and trusts me enough that she can say, I don't feel up to it, or, do you get what I mean? Yeah? Honesty is best policy in all things. But you know what? It takes quite a while to be able to do that. It takes a certain amount of courage to be brave. It really, to be honest. Zoe, sometimes it's good to just be honest with people. It's hard, though, as anxiety can make you overthink what people are feeling. But most people appreciate your honesty. Absolutely. I used to be, oh my God, and it's very presumptuous of us. Isn't it? And to say, oh, I know what they were thinking. They were thinking this. I bet they were thinking this. And Mark still does it to me. I mean, Mark and I today, we were out somewhere and I was having this long conversation with him while we were walking. And then we stopped and I said goodbye, I gave him a kiss, and he called me back. He went, did you mean da when you said da? And I said, no, I meant da. Because if I'd meant da, I would have said da. Come on, Mark. We've been together 16 years. I said, I know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to go away now for the evening and you're going to drive yourself nuts going, what did she really mean? What did she really mean? You know what? I think sometimes we just have to take people at face value and what they're saying and not overthink it. I think, again, just distract. When you start to overthink, just distract. Well, Dee Rogerson, you say I'm a wise old owl, but I'm not very good at giving myself this advice. Zoe, anxiety makes you overanalyze everything. It can be so draining. Well, what do you do, Zoe, when you feel yourself overthinking? What do people do? Elsa Pop, I had huge health anxiety a few years ago after my mum died. I'm not surprised. Suddenly, age 58. I hated to be around anyone else except my husband when I felt like that. Well, you know what? That's okay as well to say, do you know what? I'm really struggling. I just need to feel really safe and not under any pressure. But of course, the caveat to that is you've got to be thinking that you are going to come out of it as well, because otherwise you can be locked away forever. That's why I think it's quite a good idea to say to people, listen, I'm going to retreat, but would you mind awfully just keep dropping me a text? And don't be upset if I don't answer you. Don't take it personally, because it's nothing to do with you and everything to do with me. Because if those texts keep coming in and the calls keep coming in, then it helps bring you out of that, of that sort of the fear, the real fear. Well, for me anyway, I can only talk about what happened to me. Luby T, I watch Friends too. It reminds me of easier times. Yeah. Oh, you know what I love? I love a bit of Disney. I find Disney helps when I feel anxious. Some lovely film that you used to where you could almost be sucking a blankie and rubbing your face. Why not? Why not? Ali Prentice, I watch Gavin and Stacey when I'm down. It always makes me laugh. Brilliant. What do other people do? I think you have to stop catastrophizing, PhD Pickles. I find writing a list of all of your anxieties and writing all the practical solutions next to them to see if they are really real fears. That's a good one. That's like CBT. That's what they get you to do on CBT. They get you to write it down, your irrational fears, and then they get you to put down where the evidence is. So like when Mark was really struggling with me in the earlier days with jealousy, he was taught with CBT to write down. So say his fears might be, oh, is Nadia going to go out and meet somebody else? He would then have to write how many times that has actually happened. How many times, or, well, never. How many times has he actually really believed that was going to happen? Well, actually never. What it was just catastrophizing and anxiety. And sometimes I think I catastrophize stuff to take myself away from something else that I'm anxious about. So I've got this anxiety going here. So then I go, oh my God, I've got to fly to Delhi. And what if I have a crash? And what if and actually it's, if I'm having a big drama and a big catastrophe, I'm not having to deal with the low level stuff that actually I probably could do something about, but probably don't want to. Does anyone else identify with that? Maybe, I don't know. I listen to Geordie artists to get over my anxieties, says Elaine Stubbs. Oh, Nanny Di's doing great, thank you. Joanne Ellis, music makes me feel happier, and of course, watching you all on lovely loose women. Yeah, daytime telly helps. Daytime telly helps. You know what helps me? Who can guess? Who can guess? What's the thing that I love that I'm ashamed of? Who knows me well enough to know what I'm saying? What do I watch to take me away from myself? Yes, Jen. Kardashians, oh, trash TV. Yeah, Housewives. You all know me. You all know me. Oh my God, did anyone see the new series of the Kardashians, the first episode, where we're led to believe all the way through the first episode Kim Kardashian has either lupus or something else? Oh my God. Which skull ring? This one. You know my lovely friend Lisa, Fartgate? She bought me that one. And Mark bought me this one. And they're both from the same shop, the Crazy Frog, up in town, on Carnaby Street. Oh, there's one called the Crazy Frog and one called the Crazy Pig. So this, one is from the Crazy Frog and one is from the Crazy Pig. One is in Carnaby Street. Has she? Kylie Jenner has dumped Travis Scott. You're kidding me. Is that why she had flu and was in hospital? Give me more information. Who, what? I had to be with another girl. It's amazing, isn't it, how these Kardashian girls get cheated on all the time. It just goes to show you, it's just who you choose. I know, she's lovely. Lisa is so lovely, isn't she? Oh my God, you know I've got my new cookery show, Nadia's Family Feasts for ITV. Well, Lisa's going to be doing my makeup, so we're going to be working together the whole time, every day. So I'm going to do lots of filming with her because she's so funny, isn't she? Said the sharing custody 50-50. Oh, God. Why? Sorry, we've gone right off our anxiety here and on to Kylie Jenner. So what other ways do people deal with their anxiety? What helps? Because it's nice because other people are reading this. There's good ideas coming out here. Love watching I'm Celeb and Strictly. Oh, Bake Off. Bake Off is very soothing. There's something about cake that sorts out most things. Cake and gingham. I love gingham. Gingham tablecloth. Swimming, says Dee Rogerson. That's a good one. Running, exercise. Thanks, Ian James. Yeah, check out, I'm so proud of Maddie. She's doing so well with her music. So well. She's on Spotify now. Check her out. She's great. Any tips for helping teenagers with anxiety? Oh my God, Kay. That is a massive subject, isn't it? Whoa. I think you have to get them to talk. I think that you have to help them distract. That's what I do. Like with my girls, we call it the toolbox, and they have a toolbox of things that will help them. So whether it's like Kiki, like quite often if she's getting an anxious state, I say to her, go and have a bath, or phone a friend, very similar things, or Kate, or she will cook, or all the similar things that we use for anxiety. Because when you sit with it and you overthink it, I'll quite often say, come on then, let's go out. And Kika will go, no. I say, come on, let's just go for a walk around the block. Let's go and smell the air. And she go, no, 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 no. And then when we get out, 5 minutes later, she feels so much better. I think children are overwhelmed. They've got too much on their plate. You know, eco-anxiety. I mean, these poor kids are constantly being told that there's only 10, 15 years left of the planet. They said to me the other day, I hate time, Mum. And I thought, well, I'm not surprised because we've messed up the world. They're all sick to death of hearing about Brexit and seeing everybody. That makes us all anxious. Brexit makes me anxious, you know. Or Fiona, you lose your appetite when you're down, which then makes you more tired, which then, yeah, that's not great either. God, I've been wittering on for half an hour. I'm so sorry, and half gone on. But anyway, so lovely. You've actually helped me feel better. You really have. And I'm going to read through your comments again because I know there was lots of good ideas on there coming in on how to deal with anxiety. So thank you. Let's keep on doing it. Mark's hair's, well, wait till you see Mark's hair, next vlog. But guys, so we are off on our trek in 22 days. It's so near now. Please look on the playlist and watch our Copperfield film. And if you'd like to donate, don't forget, you don't donate for nothing. You are in with a chance of winning a VIP trip to Loose Women, where I'll look after you. You don't have to queue up, sit you in the front seats, have a chat with you, take you up on stage, do some photos with the other ladies. And my link is on the Instagram feed, or actually underneath the film that we've made. It's very moving. Get your tissues. It will make you cry. I'm sorry that we make you cry, but we really want people to feel just a bit of what these incredible women that I am, you know, going up this mountain with, the ones that have had cancer, the ones that still have treatment, and all the women that haven't, myself included, touch wood, who are there to, you know, hopefully make a difference, raise a lot of money, raise awareness, yeah, and terrify the pants bejesus off us. Thank you, guys. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now. Please tell all your friends about us. We put up so much stuff on here, and we love people to get to see it. Lots of love, guys. Thank you for helping me. Bye. I can never know when to end it. I don't know where the end thing is. Oh, there it is.